Outlander fans, what if William Fraser's destiny was never written by Jaime's sword or Claire's healing hands, but by a man who was never supposed to exist in this time at all? The Blood of My Blood Season 2 trailer just dropped, and it's left the fandom reeling. Hidden in its shadows and flashes of blue light lies a mystery that could change everything we thought we knew about the Fraser legacy. And at the center of it all, Master Raymond. The question is, has he returned? And if so, what does he want with William Fraser? Today on Sugarbee, we're diving deep into the Blood of My Blood Season 2 trailer, uncovering clues, hidden symbols, and the shocking connection between Master Raymond and the Fraser bloodline. So grab your tea, Outlander family, because time is about to fold in on itself. The Blood of My Blood Season 2 trailer doesn't open with an explosion of sound or a sweeping musical score. Instead, it does something far more powerful. It begins with silence, a deep, haunting kind of silence that feels alive, as if the air itself is holding its breath. Then, underneath that stillness, we hear a faint thrum, a heartbeat, slow, rhythmic, echoing through the woods like the pulse of something ancient. It's subtle, but it immediately sets the tone. This isn't just a story about family or love anymore. This is about something buried deep in time, something awakening. Over that heartbeat, a faint light flickers. Not firelight, not the glow of a candle or sunrise. It's something colder, more ethereal, a soft blue shimmer that dances across the screen. For longtime Outlander fans, this hue is unmistakable. It's the color of Master Raymond's energy, the same blue light that once enveloped Claire during her healing, the same light that hinted at powers beyond the realm of medicine or faith. That single flash is the trailer's first clue, whispering to us that time itself is stirring again. Then, the camera cuts to a breathtaking shot, a young boy walking through a misty forest at dawn. His boots crunch softly on the dewy grass, and a gentle wind rustles through the trees. The first rays of light catch his hair, illuminating it in shades of auburn and gold. It's a small detail, but instantly recognizable. That red hair, that determined gaze, it's Fraser blood. It's William. He walks alone, but there's no fear in his steps. Instead, there's a strange calm, almost as if he knows he's being led somewhere, drawn by an invisible force. The world around him feels heavy with meaning. The trees whisper. The fog seems alive. And then, from somewhere deep within the forest, we hear a woman's voice. Soft, distant, echoing through the mist. William. It's not shouted. It's spoken like a memory. A voice carried through time itself. He stops and turns, his eyes scanning the woods. But there's no one there. The sound fades, replaced again by silence, and then it happens. The moment that changes everything. The air behind William ripples, bending like water disturbed by an unseen hand. The colors shift, the light bends. The same shimmering distortion we've seen whenever Claire passes through the stones appears faintly in the background. It's almost imperceptible, but it's there. A subtle effect, a heartbeat of energy. For the audience, that moment is electrifying, because this isn't just a memory from William's youth. It's something much bigger. A crossing, a pull, a tear in the veil between centuries. The camera lingers on his face, confused, curious, and maybe even a little entranced, as if he can feel someone watching him. And perhaps, someone is. Fans have already begun to speculate that this opening sequence isn't simply symbolic. It might be the first visual confirmation that William has inherited something extraordinary, an ability that connects him to the same force that guided Claire, and before her, Master Raymond. It's as if time itself recognizes him, reaching out, testing him. As the scene fades to black, the heartbeat returns stronger now. The screen glows with that same haunting blue light, and for a moment, it's as if the past, present, and future are all colliding in one single breath. That's how Blood of My Blood Season 2 announces itself, not with words, but with the echo of destiny. Something ancient has awakened, and the Frasers are about to learn that their story was never bound to just one century. It was written across all of them. For years, the name Master Raymond has lingered like a ghost in the Outlander universe, never gone, never forgotten. His story seemed to end in Paris, in that dim apothecary filled with bottles of herbs, strange powders, and symbols drawn from both alchemy and faith. But even then, fans knew there was more to him than what met the eye. He wasn't just a healer or a philosopher. He was something else, something that existed between worlds. And now, with the Blood of My Blood Season 2 trailer, those whispers that have haunted the fandom for nearly a decade have returned with chilling force. The trailer gives us only a few seconds, fleeting, almost teasing, but that's all it takes. In one particular shot, the camera pans slowly across a candlelit room. Shadows flicker on the walls, and the light catches on glass jars filled with unfamiliar liquids. Then, a figure steps into frame. His face is obscured, but the posture, the calm stillness feels familiar. The tilt of the head, the poise of the hands, the faint, pulsing blue aura surrounding him. It's subtle, but unmistakable. Fans immediately recognized that signature glow. Within hours of the trailer dropping, social media lit up. Screenshots, zoomed-in stills, and theories filled Reddit threads and Outlander forums. One question echoed across every corner of the fandom: is Master Raymond back? But the trailer doesn't confirm it directly. Instead, it plays a dangerous game of suggestion. As the mysterious figure moves through the candlelight, a voice, soft, raspy, almost tender, speaks over the silence. He doesn't belong here. It's just one line, but it lands like thunder. The tone, the cadence, the way it's whispered, it sounds exactly like Master Raymond. Fans who remember his final scenes with Claire recall how his words were always layered with double meanings. Every phrase could be read to ways half truth, half warning. But who is he talking about this time? The trailer cuts from his voice to a shot of William Fraser standing near what appears to be a stone circle. Could Raymond be referring to William? Or is he warning someone else entirely that the flow of time has once again been disturbed? If Master Raymond has indeed returned, it isn't simply as a fan-favorite callback. It's for something much deeper. This is the man who once said to Claire, "You and I are the same." That single sentence forever changed how fans understood the Outlander universe. It implied a shared connection between Claire's healing gifts, her ability to pass through time, and the blue light that surrounded them both. If Raymond reappears, now during a story set generations before Claire's birth, it could mean that his role extends far beyond hers. He may not just be a time traveler. He might be the origin of time travel itself. The moment he returns, the entire tone of Blood of My Blood shifts. What once seemed a romantic period drama about the parents of Jamie Fraser becomes something far more cosmic. Suddenly, the series isn't only exploring lineage through blood and love, it's exploring the mystical inheritance of time. The choice to bring Raymond back in Season 2 isn't random, it's purposeful, because his story, much like the Fraser legacy, has always been unfinished. He disappeared into the chaos of 18th century Paris, surrounded by mystery, prophecy, and that radiant blue glow. Now, in this new trailer, the same glow returns, and with it, a sense that the universe of Outlander is folding back upon itself. Perhaps Raymond has come not as a man out of time, but as its guardian. Perhaps his warning, "He doesn't belong here," isn't a threat, but a clue. A clue that the boundaries between past and future have thinned again, and that William Fraser stands at the center of it all. If that's true, then Blood of My Blood isn't just about love and legacy, it's about destiny and the man who may have shaped it from the very beginning. As Blood of My Blood Season 2 unfolds, one thing becomes clear: it's no longer just the love story of Ellen Mackenzie and Brian Fraser. This season dives much deeper, reaching into the mystical core of what makes the Outlander universe truly timeless. The new trailer suggests that this story isn't just about love, courage, or heritage, it's about the very essence of the gift. The one that runs silently through generations of Frasers, the ability to feel time's pull, to heal through energy, and to sense destiny before it arrives. The trailer paints this theme with haunting beauty. It cuts between moments of light and shadow, and Mackenzie cradling her newborn child in the warm glow of dawn, Brian Fraser kneeling in the midst of a violent Highland storm, and then, between them, something otherworldly. A faint blue shimmer pulses in the air, rippling through the darkness like breath across water. It's subtle, almost fleeting, but fans know what it means. That glow, that living aura, has appeared before. Then comes a single, whispered word that changes everything. Sang. The voice is calm but commanding. In French, it means blood, and only one man in the Outlander universe has ever used that word with such sacred meaning. Master Raymond. That one word is enough to send shivers through any longtime viewer. Because if Raymond's voice echoes through this story, it's not a coincidence, it's a revelation. For years, fans have speculated that Raymond was not just a healer or alchemist, but the source of the time-traveling gift itself. He was different. His aura glowed blue, like Claire's. He recognized her instantly. He once told her, "You and I are the same." Now, Blood of My Blood seems ready to answer the question that's haunted the fandom for a decade. What if the Fraser line carries Raymond's blood? Imagine the implications. If Ellen and Brian's love story is intertwined with Raymond's power, then the gift didn't begin with Claire, it began long before her. The Frasers wouldn't just be a family marked by fate, they would be a lineage of time. Blessed or cursed by an ancient connection to a man who defied death and time itself. The scenes in the trailer seem to hint at this truth. A flash of Ellen's hand, glowing faintly as she touches her child's forehead. A moment where Brian stands under lightning, and the storm pauses, as if time itself holds its breath. These aren't coincidences, they're signs. The magic that flows through Claire, Brianna, and even Roger may trace its origin right here, in Blood of My Blood. And that makes Master Raymond more than a mentor from Claire's past. It makes him the ancestor of her entire destiny. Perhaps the blue light is not a power, but a a genetic echo of Raymond's essence carried forward through blood. The saying. If this theory holds true, then every act of love, sacrifice, and time crossing in the Outlander saga has been part of something greater, an ancient cycle of preservation. The Frasers may not have chosen time travel. Time itself may have chosen them. So when we see that flash of blue in the trailer cutting through centuries, binding past and future, it's not just light, it's the bloodline of time itself, finally revealing its source. William Fraser has always been caught between two identities, the son of Jamie Fraser by blood, yet molded by the world of Lord John Grey. His entire life has been a tug-of-war between lineage and loyalty, between destiny and denial. But the Blood of My Blood Season 2 trailer adds a chilling new layer to that struggle, one that reaches beyond family, beyond history, and into the very fabric of time itself. The trailer wastes no time hinting that William's story is about to change forever. It begins with him standing before a mist-covered stone circle, wind swirling violently around him. His expression is torn between curiosity and fear, as though some unseen force is calling to him. Then, just as the faint sound of a heartbeat begins to echo, the camera focuses on his hands. For a split second, a blue shimmer flickers across his fingertips, identical to the light that once surrounded Claire and Master Raymond. And then, in an instant, William vanishes. The next shot is pure chaos. His horse rears back, the air seems to ripple, and a haunting whisper overlays the silence. He carries it. That one line, barely audible, but unmistakable, has sent the fandom into overdrive. What is it? Theories spread like wildfire, but the most compelling one ties directly to Master Raymond's ancient lineage. What if it isn't a possession or an object but a power? A dormant gift passed down through generations of Frasers, activated only when destiny demands it. This theory isn't far-fetched when you consider Outlander's history. Time travel has always seemed selective, available only to a few. Claire, Brianna, Roger, all touched by that same mysterious frequency of time. But William? Until now, he was seen as the grounded one, the soldier, the realist, the man defined by his earthly loyalties. Yet, if the trailer is to be believed, his blood may tell a very different story. There's one particularly striking moment where William, cloaked in fog, meets a shadowed figure across the stones. The air between them vibrates, blue light rippling outward like waves. The figure's outline is familiar, small, robed, ancient. Could it be Master Raymond himself? His presence feels protective, even paternal, as though he's guiding William towards something inevitable. This connection could redefine everything we know about the Fraser family. If Raymond is indeed the origin of the time traveler's gift, then William's powers would make him not only Jamie's heir but the bridge between past and future. He could be the one destined to preserve the Fraser bloodline, to prevent whatever catastrophe threatens it across centuries. Perhaps that's why Raymond has returned, to awaken the part of William that has slept within his blood since birth, to prepare him for a battle not of swords or politics, but of timelines and destinies. The trailer's tone reinforces this idea, mix of awe and dread. We see William kneeling in front of the stones, whispering something we can't quite hear. As the wind rises to a crescendo, his eyes open, glowing faintly blue. Whatever power he carries, it's alive now, and it's calling him. The final moments of The Blood of My Blood Season 2 trailer unfold like a whispered confession, a moment so subtle, yet so loaded with meaning that fans are still dissecting every frame. There's no battle here, no sweeping romance, no grand gesture. Instead, it's quiet, intimate, deliberate. The scene opens on a dimly lit apothecary, the camera gliding slowly past glass bottles and aged tomes. A candle burns low, its wax pooling into the grooves of a wooden table. Then, a shadow appears, long and stooped, moving with calm certainty. And just before the flame dies, the screen is bathed in that unmistakable blue light. Then comes the voice, soft, knowing, eternal. Some blood must be hidden to survive. The words linger like smoke, and though they last only seconds, they send shockwaves through the fandom. It's him. It has to be Master Raymond. His tone carries that same ancient sadness, that same awareness of time's cruel weight. And suddenly, everything about the trailer and, perhaps the Outlander universe itself begins to shift into focus. What does he mean by some blood? Is he talking about the Fraser bloodline, the descendants of Jamie and Claire? Or could he be referencing something even older, something that connects back to the beginning of time travel itself? The phrase suggests preservation, protection, and secrecy. Raymond has always been a man who understood balance. To him, knowledge was both power and danger. So, if he's implying that certain bloodlines must remain hidden to survive, perhaps he's speaking of those who carry the gift, the rare few who can walk through time. There's another layer here that makes the moment even more chilling. What if the line is about William? Throughout the trailer, he's shown struggling with forces he doesn't understand: visions, voices, the pull of the stones. If Raymond truly believes William carries it, then his survival becomes more than a family matter, it's a temporal necessity. Maybe Raymond is ensuring that William is protected, hidden across time, shielded from those who would weaponize his power or alter history itself. It also reframes everything we thought we knew about Claire and Jamie. What if their meeting wasn't random? What if the forces that pulled Claire through the stones and allowed Jamie to sense her presence even before they met were set in motion centuries ago by Raymond himself? His influence could have quietly guided the entire Fraser destiny, ensuring that certain bloodlines endure while others fade. That single candlelit scene, then, isn't just symbolic, it's a revelation. Raymond has always known more than he revealed. He's the silent guardian of time, the keeper of the secret that binds the Frasers, the Randalls, and even the Mackenzies together. His line, "Some blood must be hidden to survive," may be the very heart of the series, an explanation for everything that's happened since Claire first touched the stones. In that moment, as the blue light fades and the screen turns black, we realize Blood of My Blood isn't just a prequel, it's the key to understanding why love, destiny, and the flow of time itself always seem to orbit one name: Fraser. The Blood of My Blood Season 2 trailer opens not with grand action or sweeping music, but with a silence so profound it immediately captures the viewer's attention. A silence punctuated only by the faint, rhythmic thrum of a heartbeat echoing through the misty woods, as if time itself is alive and stirring once again, signaling that the story we thought we knew is about to expand into realms of mystery and destiny previously unexplored. Over this quiet tension, a soft blue shimmer flickers across the screen, neither fire nor lightning, but a subtle, ethereal light that longtime Outlander fans instantly recognize as the same hue that once surrounded Master Raymond and Claire, a glow that signifies the presence of forces older than anyone fully understands, hinting that the fabric of time may itself be bending to reveal truths hidden across generations of Frasers, secrets tied to bloodlines, gifts and destinies that were set in motion centuries before the birth of those we know. The camera then shifts to a young boy walking alone through a dawnlit forest, his red hair catching the first light, unmistakably marking him as a Fraser. His movements are calm yet purposeful, as though drawn by an unseen hand, and when a distant, almost ghostly female voice calls his name, William, the sound drifts like a memory through the trees, fading before it reaches him, and simultaneously, the air ripples behind him in a subtle shimmer, identical to the effect seen when Claire once passed through the stones, suggesting that this is no ordinary moment from William's youth, but a crossing, a bending of time itself, one that may be observed by someone from another century, someone whose presence has been waiting, watching, and guiding long before William even existed. The trailer then introduces the brief, haunting return of Master Raymond, the enigmatic Parisian apothecary who once whispered to Claire, "You and I are the same," and vanished after helping her survive the loss of faith, whose sudden appearance, albeit fleeting and shadowed, immediately ignites speculation. A man silhouetted in candlelight, his head tilted in contemplative calm, hands poised with precision, and that familiar blue glow pulsating faintly around him, a presence so subtle yet unmistakable that fans across social media froze the footage, dissected it frame by frame, and theorized that Raymond's return signals more than a nostalgic callback, that his re-emergence is tied to a mission centuries in the making, a mission that may involve William Fraser directly, hinting that the bloodline itself carries a latent power that Raymond has been protecting, guiding, and observing for generations, possibly the same power that allows certain members of the Fraser line to heal through energy, sense destiny, and even cross the boundaries of time. Interwoven with these moments are flashes of Ellen Mackenzie cradling a newborn, Brian Fraser kneeling in the storm, and in the shadows between them, a faint blue shimmer cuts through the darkness, as a soft voice murmurs, "Sang," the French word for blood, a word previously reserved in the Outlander universe for Master Raymond, suggesting that the Fraser bloodline may have been touched by his power long before Claire's birth, establishing a mystical lineage that ties together healers, warriors, and visionaries, revealing that the gifts we see in Claire, in Brianna, and potentially in William, are part of a long, deliberate inheritance, one that Raymond has watched over, shaped, and perhaps even initiated through acts both subtle and profound, ensuring that the Fraser family's connection to time, destiny, and healing persists across centuries. The trailer also makes clear that William's struggle is not simply personal or emotional, as he has always been torn between his biological father, Jamie Fraser, and the world of Lord John Grey, under whose name he was raised. Rather, it is cosmic, tied to forces he cannot yet understand. Quick flashes show him standing in front of a stone circle, blue light flickering across his fingertips, then vanishing suddenly into thin air, accompanied by a whisper declaring, "He carries it," prompting viewers to wonder if it refers to Raymond's gift, a latent power that may have skipped generations and now surfaces in William, one that even Claire could not have predicted, a power that Raymond himself may be guiding, not merely to teach, but to protect from threats that span both time and bloodline, threats that could endanger the Fraser legacy across centuries. This is compounded by the trailer's final, haunting scene. A candle burns low, a shadow stretches across the floor, the familiar blue light flares, and Raymond's voice whispers a line that resonates with weight. "Some blood must be hidden to survive," a statement layered with meaning, possibly referring to the Fraser bloodline as a whole, to William specifically, or even to the mystical inheritance that allows certain Frasers to exist and thrive across generations, suggesting that Raymond has always been the unseen guardian of this family, manipulating events subtly to ensure that destiny unfolds as it should, that the gifts of healing, foresight, and time traversal are preserved, and that the very essence of the Frasers remains protected from forces that would exploit or destroy it. Taken together, these sequences hint at a narrative in which Blood of My Blood transcends being merely a prequel. It becomes a story about the origin of the Fraser legacy, the hidden architecture of time, and the secret stewardship of a man who has watched, waited, and acted to safeguard a lineage that will one day culminate in Claire, Jamie, William, and those who will carry the blood forward, uniting themes of love, destiny, and mystical inheritance, demonstrating that every action, every decision, and every whispered word in this season is deliberately layered, connecting past, present, and future, revealing that Master Raymond's purpose is far greater than mere guidance. It is to ensure the survival and continuity of the Fraser bloodline, the blood that carries not only love and family, but the very power of time itself, making Blood of My Blood season to a tale of cosmic proportions, where every flicker of blue light, every shadowed figure, and every whispered word signifies a legacy written in both blood and destiny, and where William Fraser emerges not just as a child caught between worlds, but as a key figure whose hidden power may shape the course of history, proving that in the Fraser lineage, time is never merely linear, love never truly ends, and the past, present, and future are all inextricably bound by the secrets one man has kept since the beginning. As the trailer fades to black, we are left with a chilling whisper that lingers long after the screen goes dark. Some blood must be hidden to survive. It's a line that encapsulates the entire season, a warning, a promise, and a revelation all at once. Master Raymond, the mysterious guardian of time and blood, has returned not just to guide, but to protect, to ensure that the Fraser lineage endures through centuries of love, loss, and unimaginable power. William Fraser stands at the heart of it all, a boy caught between worlds, carrying a gift that could change the course of history, and perhaps even the fate of time itself. Blood of My Blood season 2 promises to unveil secrets long buried, to reveal that the threads connecting the Frasers, the stones, and the mystical forces around them have been woven deliberately, carefully, and with a purpose that only now begins to make sense. The past is not gone, the future is not fixed. And the blood that flows through the Frasers has always been more than family, it has been destiny. And as fans, we are left on the edge of our seats, hearts pounding, knowing that this season will answer questions we didn't even realize we were asking, while teasing mysteries that will haunt us long after the final blue shimmer fades.